What's going on YouTube? 0088 here, and what do we have here? We have new images of Avengers 4. We still don't know what the title's going to be called yet, but they've released new images, and we're not sure if this is official yet. This is people are still speculating whether this is fan made or not, but it looks so legit. This concept art looks so real that it's probably real. I mean, look, Hulk's in a suit here, and Captain America's clean shaven, and his hair looks pretty much how he looked in the Empire magazine, if you guys have seen that. So that makes it look even more realistic. Hawkeye looks like a different person entirely. I think he's got his new haircut. You can't really tell very well. Ant-Man looks like he's got a new suit. Anyway, we're supposed to be going into this. Let's go into this and discuss what all of this means, because this is pretty sick. What does this mean? What does this tell us about the plot of Avengers 4, guys? Well, first of all, let's go from left to right, and I'll discuss what these new concept art images mean, because you got to keep in mind as well that it might not necessarily... This is just concept art. It might not necessarily end up looking like this in the final product, and especially since we know what Marvel's like, the way they show us something and it ends up being absolutely false in the film. Like, for example, how Hulk was nowhere in Wakanda in the actual film, but he was all over the trailers in Wakanda. So we don't know. We've got to take everything here with a grain of salt. But let's go from left to right. We've got Thor. This is a bit disappointing, man, because Thor's got short hair still. I mean, I'm assuming this is going to be, what, 3-5 years after Infinity War? I feel like there's going to be a time skip. It might not be, but I really feel like there's going to be a time skip. So we'll see here. Thor, I think he's still got Stormbreaker there. Look, you can see there, still got Stormbreaker. And, yeah, it looks pretty much the same, but I wish he had his long hair back. I miss long hair Thor, man. That made him seem different. Now he's not remarkable at all. He just looks like... he wants to take you down a pub for a few beers now. So I kind of wish he had his long hair. Then we got Nebula. Of course, she's going to be putting on that gauntlet over there, I hope. That's why they kept her alive, I'm hoping. Like to be more like, Infinity Gauntlet's comic where she wore the gauntlet. And then we're going to see sexy Nebula. That's what I call her in the comic, where she's all like a husk and she's all like old, and like Thanos is keeping her in between life and death. She's looking like a zombie in the comics, and then when she puts the gauntlet on, she's young, she's looking good, her black long hair grows. So obviously Thanos has damaged her for a long period of time in the movie version. She's all like pretty much more robot than she is biological. But when she puts on the gauntlet, maybe it will make her the ideal image of how she used to look, or how she would have looked, because I'm sure he's done it as she was growing up. So she never really got to grow into her biological body. So she might have long black hair, or maybe she'll have Carrie Gillian's real life red hair. I don't know. We'll see what happened to Nebula if she wears the gauntlet. You kept her alive for a reason. Out of all the heroes, you kept Nebula, so she better wear the gauntlet like she does in the comic. Now we got Captain Marvel looking pretty cool here. We can't really tell, it's all blurry if they drew Brie Larson's face on her, but her outfit is actually sticking onto her body like it should be. You can see her figure. If you watch the behind the scenes images of her green and blue outfit, it just looks baggy and horrible, and everybody's been joking about her, saying she's got no ass whatsoever. So that's a bit, it doesn't really sit right with me how she looks. But that's just, behind the scenes footage. You don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to CGI it and make her look really good in the final film. But yeah, Captain Marvel, what else are you going to say? I just hope she doesn't fucking one-shot Thanos. Do not one-shot Thanos. She's already taken Adam Warlock's position, I feel, and it's pissing me off. So, because Adam Warlock's not going to be in it whatsoever, but looks like Captain Marvel's going to be the space Jesus of this, which is kind of annoying since she's from Earth. But anyway, we've got Iron Man still looking like he's in the same armor. This is what makes people think this might be fan-made, because Iron Man always has new armor. And there's no way Disney Marvel is going to miss up an opportunity to sell more toys and sell new toys. So it's kind of strange that he's got his old armor still in his concept art, which makes it seem like I might be wasting my time here, because this might be all fake. But anyway, moving on to Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon has obviously been on Earth for a while. I guess he's got nowhere to go back home, or maybe he doesn't want to go back home. I mean, which home? All his boys, everybody he knew is dead. Even Groot. I think he's the only Guardian left, if you want to count Nebula as a Guardian, but she's not really one, really. So Rocket is going to probably chill on Earth, I guess. And we got Black Widow with her red hair back. And is it short? I can't tell. Is that a ponytail, or is her hair short? I can't tell if this is a ponytail. I don't. Let me zoom in real quick. Oh, it's all horrible. And is that her hair, or is that something coming out of Hulk? The shading makes it look like it's her hair. I don't know. But anyway, the reason why I'm getting excited about her short hair is because in the Infinity Gauntlet comic, which this film is probably going to be loosely based on, kind of, maybe not, because there's really time travel, I don't know. But yeah, in the Infinity Gauntlet comic, Black Widow has short red hair, so it'll be really cool if they kind of acknowledge that and, make her hair basically like how Scarlett Johansson has her hair in real life, but red. Some people are like, oh, why did she change her hair red? People don't really think, do they? Like, her hair's red because obviously it was blonde before because she was in hiding, but the Avengers probably aren't going to be in hiding anymore after the whole Thanos thing. They're probably maybe been pardoned after Thanos clicked his fingers and half the universe disappeared. Like, you know what? Forget this Accords bullshit. Half the universe just disappeared. Avengers, figure this out. And then we got Hulk in clothes. Now, why would Hulk be wearing clothes? Well, if the spoilers have anything to do it, now spoiler alert here, you want to skip ahead a little bit because there's a potential spoiler here. Basically, there's a leak plot, and one of the bits in the leaked plot is that Hulk becomes Professor Hulk. If you don't know what Professor Hulk is a version of Hulk in the comics that is very intelligent. It's like Banner. It's Banner's actual brain, not I'm Hulk. It's that proper Banner in Hulk's body. So it's Bruce Banner, but it's the Hulk's body, and he's like one of the strongest forms of Hulk. Except the only problem with this, he's stronger than normal Hulk, Professor Hulk. He's intelligent as well, so he can. So this might be the answer to Thanos' amazing hand-to-hand combat that completely messed Hulk up in Infinity War. Now Professor Hulk can have some hand-to-hand combat because he's smart. He's not just fighting with pure rage. But the only problem with Professor Hulk is even though he's stronger than normal Hulk can keep, getting stronger as he gets angrier. Professor Hulk has a base level and he stays at that level of strength. It's a really high level of strength, maybe even as high as Thanos, but he stays at that level. He doesn't get angrier. He doesn't get stronger as he gets angrier. And also, a quick spoiler, but it'll take like 30 seconds. Apparently, in this leaked plot, Hulk puts on Thanos' gauntlet. Since Hulk and Thanos are about the same size, that makes sense. Hulk wears Thanos' gauntlet, and it makes sense because if he's Professor Hulk, then he would know how to use the gauntlet, and he'll be strong enough to use it as well because he's in this Hulk body. If it's Banner inside that body, and look, he's wearing clothes. So why would Hulk want to wear clothes? Probably because it's Banner. Like Banner probably feels awkward running around topless, but Hulk doesn't give a crap. And we got Captain America, the Sentinel of Justice himself. Like, you got Captain America here, and he's wearing like a new suit. It looks really cool, actually. It's like kind of like a Civil War suit, but it's got a little bit of chainmail here, like how he looks in the Civil War comic books of the chainmail. So it looks like a new, cleaner. It's basically a Civil War suit, but with chainmail. So that's pretty sick. He's obviously he's had some time to have a shave. Some people miss the beard. I like the beard too, but I want to see it for his final outing. Everybody thinks he's going to die. I think he's going to die in this film. And for his final outing, I want to see classic Cap. In fact, I'm pissed he's not wearing his helmet. He better wear his helmet in this movie. I don't want him just to be helmetless. Like, he needs to have his Cap helmet. So then he's fully Cap. And where's his shield? Him not having his shield is triggering me like all hell. Where the hell is Captain America's shield? Like, Tony should have given that shit back by now. So, but then people are speculating he might have what do I call it now? He might have a portable shield, like, well, it's like a laser shield. In the comics and in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, Tony Stark makes Captain America a like laser shield. Like, it looks like his shield, but it's sort of made out of like plasma or laser. It's plasma shield, if you want to call it. Kind of like the shields the Wakandan soldiers had in Black Panther in Infinity War. It's like that, but it looks like Captain America's shield, and it'll just come out and disappear. It'll be like a strap on his arm. It'll come out and disappear whenever he wants. He can throw it, and it's this weird technology. But I think he, like, they always showed it in the cartoons anyway, that his plasma shield was always not as good as his vibranium shield, because it was always just getting broken or not as strong. It couldn't break through things like the vibranium one could. I mean, like, vibranium's the strongest metal on the planet, and even the plasma shield can't break it. So it's weaker, basically, even though it can do a lot more, and it's kind of like almost like a Green Lantern ring. It can kind of change shape and everything. So it's cool, but not as strong as the vibranium shield. So Tony, stop being stingy. Give him back his vibranium shield, please. Because I mean, as cool as the plasma shield is, and a nice callback to the comics, we want to see Cap with his classic shield. And then we got Hawkeye here, who's apparently Ronin now. It looks like he's got the Ronin boots a little bit that we saw in one of the leaked set pictures, but he hasn't got the Ronin mask. But, you know, they were never going to hide Jeremy Renner's face. Jeremy Renner's probably pissed enough as it is that he's not even in Infinity War, and make people making fun of him and everything all over his Instagram and stuff. So he wants to show his face. He looks like he's got his old hair, is it that Ronin haircut as well for the mask. So hopefully he wears it at some point. Maybe it comes off. Like, nobody's wearing a mask except for Iron Man. So. And then we've got War Machine looking like a built brick house. Look at the size of him. He's like, after what Thanos did to him and you know, the First Order knocking him around in Infinity War, he was like, you know what, Tony, just give me all the armor. And I wonder if Tony and Rhodey were smart enough to talk to the Wakandans and say, look, can you give us some vibranium? I know you lost your king and everything, but we need some vibranium. Probably didn't give Tony vibranium, or maybe Tony was too proud to get any vibranium. But yeah, we got a built brick house War Machine there. Rhodey's still alive somehow. I don't understand how. And then we got Ant-Man here. Let me just move this. We got Ant-Man right here. Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out soon. I'm actually looking forward to that film. At first I was thinking, nah, this is going to be dry, but now that I've had some time to cool off after Infinity War and Deadpool, I'm actually looking forward to see some of these characters again. But there's no Wasp. We just got Ant-Man. There's no Wasp. So what people are speculating is maybe the Wasp, after Ant-Man ends, right at the end of the film, the Wasp start disappearing because of Thanos' clique. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp, the majority of the film is going to take place before Infinity War. So that's what everyone's speculation is. But it's kind of sad. You want to see Ant-Man and the Wasp finally in the Avengers together, because they were the starters. Ant-Man and the Wasp were the first Avengers in the comic book version. So it's sad that we're not seeing it. Even though it's not it's not Janet Van Dyne and it's not Hank Pym. It's Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne. But beggars can't be choosers. Some people are speculating Janet Van Dyne might be the Wasp in this movie for a short period of time instead of Hope. What's the point if you got Hope? I know Janet Van Dyne's a legit one, but there's no point having Janet Van Dyne and not have Hank Pym, you know. But yeah, and then the man himself, Thanos. And what does this tell us here? Thanos is putting on a bit more armor. He's still got his arms showing a little bit. He doesn't like, you know, to be too fully clothed. So he's got a bit of I like this armor. It's sleek, so he can fight in it still. But at the same time, he's got some armor. I think after Thor's Stormbreaker went in his chest, he was like, you know what? Maybe I should armor up for this second fight, because yeah, I'm having Stormbreaker go through my chest again. But also, Thanos, you should be smart now. You should be a lot smarter, because you have all 6 Infinity Stones. These guys, you should be able to blink them out of existence if you want. I don't care. Like, if you can click your fingers and make everybody disappear, you can do it again and just blink all these guys out of existence. So I'm sure they're going to write a reason why Thanos wants to have a fist fight with them. They better write it good. Because Thanos, if he really wants to, can just blink them all out. This shit on his arm should make him as strong as Dr. Manhattan right now. That's how strong he should be. They can't keep nerfing him just so these guys can have a chance. No. They need to write a reason why he's been nerfed. Because the reason why Thanos loses in the comic is because he kind of makes himself lose. He knows in the back of his mind, subconsciously, that he doesn't deserve this power, that eventually the whole universe will be in ruin. He knows, because that's how smart Thanos is, even subconsciously smart. He knows that if he wins and he has this power, eventually it will drive him mad and the whole universe will be destroyed. So he kind of sabotages himself. That's Thanos's, that's Thanos' bad mantra, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That's his karma. That's just, he can't help it. He loses when he's about to win a universe scale event. It can win in like a normal scale event where the whole universe won't be destroyed, but because it's a universe scale event, he makes himself lose, and that's how he loses. So he'll come out with some stupid excuse like, you know what, I'm feeling a bit cocky today, I'm only going to use one stone on you guys and show you how strong I really am. That's kind of what he does in the comic, but it's a better reason than that. He does it to impress Lady Death. Lady Death, or I don't know I think it's just Lady Death or Death. He's in love with her and he wants to impress her, and he decides to, he uses all the stones, but he doesn't use his omnipresence, so he doesn't click them out of existence. He doesn't have omni-awareness, so he turns all that off and just has a fight with the basic powers of the stones, which is a really cool fight. One of the things I'd love to see done on screen in the Infinity Gauntlet comic. So I hope that happens. And this sword, I don't know why the hell Thanos has this sword. Like, you've got the gauntlet, you don't need nothing else. Why the hell have you got this sword? Perfectly balanced. He says it's perfectly balanced, but this bit looks a lot smaller than this part here. I thought he likes things perfectly balanced. But anyway, he has this bastard sword thing here. So I don't know, man. I don't know why you got this, bruv. You don't need it. I know Thor's Stormbreaker hurt you bad, but you don't need to copy Thor, man. You're Thanos. All you need is the gauntlet. But yeah, I'm loving his new look. Like, he's got a little bit of his old look, but it's still got the armor, got the helmet. This is the Thanos I like. I like this suit. I love this concept art here. I don't want him to be wearing a vest again. I want to see Thanos from the comics now. And fuck it, give him his scary blue eyes. That was awesome. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the new concept art that's out for Avengers 4. I don't know if this is legitimate. So I might have just wasted my whole time here, but it was fun talking about these anyway with you guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notification of my videos, and I'll see you again. Peace.